Hello, hello. This is Gerald Celente, and your new Trends Journal is out. That's right. Whew. It's well over 100 pages. Check out another great Anthony Frieda cover. Mask Moida. That's right. That's what they're doing to us. Mask up, and we're getting moited in so many different ways. And you read this Trends Journal, it's very sad. Many more people are dying in the COVID war that the politicians launched than the virus. Businesses, lives, and livelihoods by the tens of millions being destroyed. All the data is there. The reality about the tests and the fakeness of them, the masks, and of course, the vaccination. Yeah, it's all there. You know, you go back last week, you had the coming new, possibly unofficial commander-in-chief, Joe Biden, saying that it was patriotic to wear a mask. And you see all these imbecile little crapheads with their microphones, as I've said over and over again, doing the news. It's not news, selling their crap on mainstream media, wearing a mask with no one around them. And he said that we were in a war. And we wrote in the Trends Journal going back to February and March how the media and the politicians kept calling it a war. And we showed how easily people march off to war. They're dumb enough to believe an arrogant, imbecilic piece of garbage, murderous crap born on third base and thought he had a home run, imbecilic George W. Bush. They'll believe anything as he marched them off to war to slaughter over 1 million innocent Iraqis under the lies that Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. And we showed how easily the Germans hired Hitler and the Italians marched to Mussolini and the Russians saluted Stalin, all under the march to war. And now, ladies and gentlemen, and children all of all ages, the Emmy Award winner, the honorable Emmy Award winner, low-life, nipple ring, Andy Cuomo, him, with his nipple rings, got an Emmy Award for doing the COVID War Daily Show. Yesterday, he said, we're in another phase of the COVID war. And that's what they sell it as, the COVID war. And how are you going to win it? They never have an exit strategy. Oh, this one is a vaccination. Hey, and how about those people in Denmark, huh? Yeah. 9 days marching against the vaccination that government said was going to be mandatory, and they backed down. Hey, how about what just happened in France over there? Yeah. They passed this law. You can't take pictures of cops beating the crap out of everybody or doing what they want to do. And the people marched against that, and they backtracked. And you're seeing protests going on in Germany and Poland. They're meeting, fighting for freedom and peace. The people could win. It does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority, keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men, says Samuel Adams. And that's going to be a vaccine war, because they're going to keep pushing this. But in this issue, of course, we go way beyond that. We give you all the facts about what's going on, what it means, the lies being told. But on the economic front, hey, look what happened. You know, yesterday was the end of November. Today's December 1st, your new Trends Journal. Hey, November, boy, it was the best November since 1928. That's what the headlines were in the papers. And it was the best month since 1987. 1928. Did the Great Crash follow in 1929 and lead to the Great Depression? Oh, yeah, but we won't talk about that. Oh, and how about the 1987? 1987. Oh, yeah, the crash of 87 that was artificially propped up by that Federal Reserve guy. Yeah. Comparing it to that. What's going on Wall Street has nothing to do with Main Street. The facts are all here in your trends journal. Why is Bitcoin, gold, and silver still shining? Oh, yeah, gold went down. Yeah, but guess what? It popped up almost $40 yesterday. Oh, Bitcoin went down. Yeah, but it's going back up. And we call these numbers on Bitcoin, silver, and gold by the numbers. And now you're hearing more and more fears coming out. There's not going to be a recovery in Europe. More cheap money being pumped in by everyone. You look at the numbers here. Hotel industry facing mass closures. Restaurant industry, more shutdowns, more bankruptcies. Home sales fall unexpectedly in October. Construction jobs remain far below pre-lockdown levels. Almost a third of small businesses in New York and New Jersey shut. And then we have all the global economic trends. What's going on in China, in Europe, and around the world, and what it means. Plus, of course, on the geopolitical end, you know that war going on over there in Ethiopia? No, people don't care about that. Well, you really should look into it because this is a big one. Oh, and how about Uganda? Yeah, that's not that far away from Ethiopia. Oh, yeah, they're going to war too. Oh, how about Guatemala? They're protesting like crazy down there. You think it's going to stop? When people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. This is just the beginning. And of course, we have these great articles in here too by Brad Steiner, our survival section of the Trends Journal. Eyes, throat, and knees. How to take the cat out if they're going to get you. And again, another great article by Gregory Mannarino. Markets and crypto going higher. And we have great articles in here as well about the young versus the old fighting the COVID war. Young people, this is an old person's dying of this stuff. You look at the numbers. The recovery rate from people 1 to 20 years old is 99.997%. The overall recovery rate is 99.7 or 8%, depending on whose numbers you look at. The young people, it's just old people that are dying from this thing. There are a lot of on-trend opportunities. We don't look at only the dark side of what's going up. We see where the light is shining and how to profit from it. As I said, you're looking here at protests going on. There's going to be never a better opportunity for new political parties. We just heard the Finnish leader, and we write about her in this Trends Journal too, warning about populist movements going on. How dare you become a populist in the time of the Great Reset when you should only be a globalist and you should follow what we do? This thing's out of control. But we're giving you everything we can to help you prepare, prevail, and prosper. And we're fighting. We're giving every ounce of energy that we have to put out the best magazine in the world. Nothing like it. So thank you for subscribing. Tell others to subscribe. And if you're listening in and you haven't subscribed, please do. Because the future's in our hands and we're not going to drop it, but we need you to help take us to where we need to go. We can't do it alone. And then, of course, there's what's going on over there in Iran, because we're looking at oil prices. Oh, they spiked on the good news of the vaccination. Now they're moving back. But the Iranians are saying that that nuclear scientist that was killed, they're blaming it on Israel. And then there are claims that an Iranian commander was killed in Syria. Iran's denying it. But it's heating up over there. And if it gets heating higher, you're going to see gold and oil prices spike way, way far above and Bitcoin, because oil prices are going to really ratchet up. They had a meeting, it was supposed to happen. They postponed it a bit with the OPEC Plus group, because 3 of the leading groups over there, the oil producers, aren't sure how much they want to cut back so they can keep the prices higher. So there's a lot more in this Trends Journal to keep you attuned to the trends that are shaping the future that you won't find anywhere else in the world. We need your help. We need your support, because to me, I'm not enjoying living and fighting against the COVID war. I will not join that fight. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving, all you Americans out there? How many people did they allow to come into your house? How many people were fearful? And now they're saying the cases are going to spike higher because more people got together than they should have. You should have been like that little slimeball Newsom up there in California. It was okay for him to meet up at that French Laundry in Napa Valley, where it costs, what, about $400 a person, and eat, and they're all around a table. But you can't get together with anybody. You must obey. Again, the future is in the Trends Journal, and the future is in your hands. Don't drop it. Thank you, and enjoy this magazine. Remember, it's the mask, and it's Mask Moida. The COVID-19 war has changed the world, but who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.